So I'm sleepy, I'm bored, and I owe it to this show right here. Sorry. Um it just I just didn't enjoy it. It was just not, I mean, it wasn't terrible, and definitely there's a lot of talent in there. Um I'm a big fan of Michael R. Jackson's A Strange Loop. I thought it was amazing. If you know anything about it, it was a musical that kind of put him in the map. Um, it won a Pulitzer Prize and it won a Tony for Best Musical. I thought it was. It's kind of funny because I have some friends that didn't like it. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was very powerful. And then I remember that this guy also had a musical out off Broadway called White Girl in Danger, and that was terrible. Like I saw A Strange Loop, and I thought I'm gonna really enjoy this type of work. I thought it was very thought provoking. Then White Girl in Danger, I left at intermission. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but sometimes it's just not worth it for me if I don't love the characters. I'm not engaged, and I don't really care what happens to them. So that show was a mess. It was a disaster. This show, Teeth, I guess it's a big hit because it was completely sold out, by the way, tonight. But I couldn't. I just didn't like it. It just didn't work for me. It was just not my type of musical. I mean, it had good songs. The performers were definitely very talented, but it just felt like what's the point? I wasn't moved by it. Maybe it's just not the type of shows that I go to or that I love to enjoy. It's just like a horror kind of comedic. I was expecting maybe something to be more. I don't know if you're familiar with the film Saved with Mandy Moore, and a few stars were in it. Jenna Malone was in it. I was expecting something more like that, like kind of cool and funny and fresh. And instead, the show was just not like, I just don't feel like the show has a heart. So, yeah, that's what I felt. I was bored. People were laughing a lot at the jokes, but I didn't really find them funny. Sometimes that's a little bit of a turnoff. And that happened to me the other day when I went to see Sunset Boulevard. When the audience is too enthusiastic, it kind of turns me off a little bit. So I don't know if it happens too much, like when you have everybody's like making a big fuss or laughing or clapping too much or something like that. It's just, sometimes it's like, let me have my own opinion. Like, I'm not gonna do what everybody else is doing. I just wanna know how I feel about the shows and not really just clap because everybody else is clapping. I want to be touched so I can clap too, and it comes from my heart, from my soul, from within. Now I'm not just doing it like automatically. So yeah, that was what happened tonight. I was just clapping automatically. I didn't really feel like clapping too much. Again, the singers were great. There's definitely a lot of talent in the show, but I just don't see the point of it. It's just somebody that wants to make money and sell tickets, and they're selling tickets. But I didn't see the point of it. Like, what's the point? What are you? I mean, maybe 25 years ago, this would have made a lot of sense because it has a lot of, like, they make fun of religion, and I'm not a religious person, and I don't really believe in God or anything. So I absolutely agree. And of course, they are homophobic and all that stuff, but that would have made sense maybe 25 years ago. Like in 1999, it would have been a good idea because the society nowadays, I feel like everything has evolved so much that nobody really cares too much about people being gay at this point. Like, it's pretty much accepted by everybody. And religion, I think, well, I mean, some people still live kind of stuck in the past, and they believe that you have to be pure and a virgin until marriage and that kind of sort of thing. But I feel like nowadays people don't really care about anything. And this is not really relevant. Like, the whole subject of it is just not relevant nowadays. So yeah, I mean, I feel bad to be trashing the show, or not trashing. I'm just really saying that it just didn't work for me. But I don't want to be. I do feel a little bad that I'm being negative, and maybe a lot of people love it. But I have to tell you, most people that are seeing it do like it, and it was recommended to me. But it just didn't work for me. It just did not work for me. But this has happened many times. I'm not a fan of Hamilton, for example. I'm not a fan of Book of Mormon. Many big Broadway shows that were hits, that won the Tony for Best Musical, just weren't my cup of tea. And yeah, so that's all I have to say. So thank you for watching. And let me know in the comments if you disagree with me, which is going to be very likely. And whatever you want to say. This is a free space. Everybody, free speech, say whatever you want.